Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to a new first episode of Critical Hit. We are your hosts, Retro, and
Hellfire.
glad to have everybody here for the first episode. Hopefully you enjoyed that intro. Yes, we understand that there was no music at the beginning of the screen. A minor miscalculation on my part, ladies and gentlemen. But, hey, you can't expect too much out of me. So how
Why
is
not?
it?
You're the retro.
I'm the retro. Yeah, I'm the retro, everybody. Hey, I'm the retro, and I've been pushing myself, so there's a lot of stuff going on. So hopefully everybody that is here is doing really, really good. As always, I know that we have Tabitha Sabbatha in the group. We got a lot of things coming for you guys. Right now, this is the first episode, the growth episode. A few things for us to figure out what we're missing, what we did wrong, and things that I can tell Michael to go shove himself. So
And then I can reply back, shut up, I didn't ask you all that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there goes Tabitha right there with her emotes. Love her emotes, by the way. If anybody out there watches this VOD, make sure you go check out Tabitha Sabbatha. Follow and subscribe. Oh, and there's Fluff with her Fluff's sake. Another person to check out. Go and follow those people. Click on their things, follow and subscribe. Make sure you check them out. Let them know that the guys of Critical Hit came and told you to do so. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as always, this is the start of the show. You're going to get the typical opening monologue of a TV show where pretty much either myself or Hellfire will berate the other person. That's the way it usually goes, I think.
I think
So hopefully you guys can hear us.
Sir Dunksy.
Oh, we got Sir Dunksy in the house. Well, welcome. We will have shout outs in the screen set up soon. Eventually, we do have a few things for you guys. Let's go ahead and do this number right there. Okay, it's not doing it. So I had to figure out how to get our Okay, so Streamlabs bot is not in the is for some reason not in here, but I'll get that fixed momentarily. We will have the bot in here. I don't know why he's not working. Rods is here. Hello, welcome, Rods. We got Hellfire, who doesn't seem to do any talking.
I was reading the comments. My bad. I'm sorry.
Agreed, Tabitha. Thank you. No one berates the fluff. Yeah, no one berates the fluff. No. Always good things for the fluff. Now the fluff can berate us and will berate us when she feels
she said
like
no
it.
one out berates the fluff.
Oh, out berates. Well, that's true.
That's also true.
It's that fluff rage.
Yep.
So anyway, guys, we got a great show packed for you tonight. We did a lot of research, a lot of news. So we just want to go ahead and get some rough things going here. But normally we're gonna have a lot of jokes, a lot of opening monologues. Right now we're gonna take this time to introduce ourselves to those who are new to the stream and do not know anything about myself or Hellfire. I am Retro. I am a time traveler themed retro show on my own stream. I usually you'll see a nice little 80s vibe with me. You get the unplugged retro here, everybody. But yeah, it's kind of nice to get to see me on another plane of existence, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit more gruff, a little bit more dirty. But I typically do a lot of streams like paranormal discussions on Mystery Mondays. I do a lot of streams on Fridays for Fallout Fridays. I've got a role-playing game stream coming, so a lot of true variety streams coming. Hellfire?
And I am Hellfire. I am everybody's favorite demon spawn. And I do a variety of different games. Right now I'm doing a playthrough of The Witcher 3. I am about to start my Monstrous Horror Mondays, where we play through different horror games on Mondays. I also do an extended nuclear edition of Fallout Fridays that follows immediately after Retros. I have one more stream coming, but I'm not announcing that one yet, so you'll have to follow me and stay tuned for that.
Now, very soon we will have once I get the bots going, we will have the stream cloud. fix my headset here, guys.
Hey, Inefficient.
Oh, Inefficient is here. Welcome, Inefficient. We got Rod Plays in here, guys. So we're getting a lot of the demons in the house. So glad to have you guys here. I will have the Streamlabs chat bot fixed so that we'll have our timer set. I had a lot of great timers for everybody. For some reason, the bot's not working. I'll figure that out after the end of the stream. One of those miscalculations of the first streams. We're pushing so many great things for you guys that, you know, I tend to overcalculate a few things and forget to do other things. The minor things I tend to overlook. But yeah, I've got Hellfire. He's a great host. There's not a co-host. We are equal hosts, ladies and gentlemen. So he is much equal as me. So there'll be times that you're probably going to catch him shutting me up, which he has all rights to do so. But yeah, that brings us to one of our segments that we're getting ready to drop in, which is Weird News. Weird News. So do you want to do the announcements or should I?
I will go ahead and announce this one because I am honestly impressed with what we have today. Today we have this guy has somehow managed to play the original OG Doom on a pregnancy test. So I guess in the future we will be able to play Doom while we're waiting for the pregnancy results.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, so excited. You're both such great streamers. Thank you very much, Inefficient. Basically, as you're watching right now, this right here is an actual pregnancy test playing, granted with the pixelation, but you can't really expect much from the display of a pregnancy test that has an LED display. So with the realms of this here, it brings a lot of new things in, but still, this is actually really awesome to be able to play a full video game to some degrees in a pregnancy test. So let me go ahead and stop that real quick, and we're gonna zip right on back. So basically, as Hellfire was saying, you know, when the woman goes to pee on the stick, and while you're waiting for the results, she can get the guy included into the process of waiting for the results and being a part of the testing results by letting him hold the stick and play some video games on the stick. And then who knows, they may make it to where the stick pops up some kind of indicator that the results are ready, and you switch over to the results maybe, or they pop up over the screen.
Okay, but if you're winning, would you really want to switch back? I mean you have to do a priority check. Is your Doom slaying or the results of your pregnancy test more important?
And see, that's what I'm saying. So I wish I can actually listen. Hey, who knows? You can always go back. Hang on. You can always. You can always go back to the VOD to be able to hear what we're saying.
You can always go back to the VOD, and Saturday morning, first thing, it will be up on YouTube. So be sure to check that up.
We will also have links to, we're going to be having an audio podcast as well, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that you're... Oh, I'm hitting my microphone. Very unprofessional. You're going to be able to get the audio podcast. Everything that we're saying here right now is going to be carried over to an audio podcast. So we're going to be on YouTube.
Jeff, welcome.
The Kraken has been released. So pretty much everything that you see here will be on VODs, YouTube, as well as audio podcasts. For those who don't have the chance to watch video but can listen in their car, hey, we got you covered for those who do a lot of work commutes. I know that one of our Demon Lords, Sweet Biscuits, is big on listening to audio while she's driving and whatnot. So we actually cover the bases, and we got an audio podcast as well. So definitely check it out. A lot of great things coming, but. For those of you who are late and you see Supply Jeff is following right there, for those of you who haven't seen, that is the pregnancy test right there. Let me go ahead and switch back over for those who are going in late. We're going to go ahead and finish out a little bit more of the video so you can actually see that it's not a video playing, but an actual controllable game. Somewhere in this video, the gentleman playing the video game who did this, you'll actually see him with some kind of Bluetooth controller. I don't know how he's doing it and connecting it, but he's found a way to actually fully control the game, and he'll show you here shortly. There we go, right there, ladies and gentlemen. See, he's using the controls, and as he does it, it will actually move with his touching the buttons. So this is a great, great, great jump in technology, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and pause that and switch back to the screen. So that's a great advancement. I mean, and as always, that is weird news. Okay, I'm just being a little stupid on that, but still, it is some weird news. So, wrong thing. Gotta take that weird news off. This again is a dry run, ladies and gentlemen. We have no rehearsal on this. This is all unsketched. We pretty much pull in the things. We write down the notes that we're going to bring to you guys, and we're going to
Yep, pretty much.
So
gonna save the whole world.
That's amazing. She's giving birth to Doom Guy. Yep. See, there we go. She's gonna be giving birth to a kid that's gonna be like groovy. Oh wait, no, wait, that's Duke Nukem. But hey,
yeah,
hey,
wrong one.
But still, if you can play Duke, Doom on this, who knows? Duke Nukem is next to come. And then there's what? Wolfenstein, Heretic. There's a lot of games that could be coming. Who knows? You might give birth to Pac-Man.
Who knows?
So there's that
possibility.
So those of you in the chat, how are you guys doing? What do you think of the stream so far? Let us know how your day's been doing. I know in the Stream Demons Discord. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't ever, if you're a streamer and you've never heard of Stream Demons, check out Stream Demons. Throw your horns up. I did have some commands for it that would give the link as well as the commands for throw your horns up. But for some reason, our bot is not working at the moment. It will be working. I promise you guys, it is coming. But again, throw your horns up. Hellfire? Okay. I was going to say, throwing the horns up and Hellfire is just like, okay.
my screen's lagging a little bit with your chat, but yeah.
Hey, it's all good. It's one of the things we're going to fix out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the social distancing COVID edition of our streams. Due to love the idea of the show name. It's awesome. You're doing and podcasts as well. Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you. With this, this is the social distancing COVID edition. We plan to do a little bit better soon, but within the means of our lockdowns that we have in where myself and Hellfire are, it's a little bit hard to do. And I know a lot of other states and cities are practicing the social distancing, so we're gonna practice the social distancing. Now, some of the things that we got looking forward to, I'll let Hellfire mention those things, especially with the COVID edition.
With the uncovid edition, we are in the future, hopefully in the near future, we were looking at purchasing or renting a home/studio so that we can create content for y'all on a whole nother level. We're talking in-studio critical hit. We're talking collabs on our personal stream. We're talking huge projects that I'm not allowed to talk about, and Retro's not allowed to talk about. But there are some very big projects that we are talking about and we are working on together. And once we reach this point where we have an actual studio that we can create this content for you guys, we are excited to present it to you guys and see what you guys think of it, because I think it's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah, it'll definitely be awesome. One of the like he said with the studio, the reason for the looking for a studio, a separate type place for the studio, is that we're going to be, instead of this whole remote camera thing, we will be live in front of you guys on the same camera in person, side by side, so that way you'll actually get that real news broadcast setup. Some of the things that you're going to see for a lot of things is when we talk to you, there's a lot of times that we'll actually get close and personal, at least from myself to you guys, like this right here. And sometimes there's going to be times when Hellfire is going to talk to you, that Hellfire has his own individual camera, that he'll get to talk to you guys on a personal level. As you see right there, he's waving to you guys. So, very real. This is hype. Thank you. It's a lot of great things that were coming. So we do have the 3 different camera setups that we will bring to you guys. So yeah, be prepared. It's coming to you. There's a lot of great things. We're not done with the show tonight. We still have so much more packed stuff for you guys coming up. So what should we do? Should we go with tech or should we go with games, Hellfire?
Let's go with games. I'm all about them games.
So coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is game news. Let me go ahead and talk to them while I get things ready for game news.
All right. Well, what are we starting with, Retro? What game are we starting with?
Let's go ahead and start with Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot. All right. So I actually did not know about this. I was looking at new game releases and happened to stumble across this. And of all the things to come out in 2020, they are actually coming out with a fourth installment in the Crash Bandicoot franchise. Franchise. And so as soon as Retro gets all his technical mumbo jumbo worked out over there, we're going to jump in and show you guys a little bit about that. You about ready over there?
I'm about ready.
All right.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually gonna go ahead and let the gentleman in the video explain everything for you guys, because he explains it a lot better than we do.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Stutter, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains Neo-Cortex and Dr. Entropy have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day. Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is the first totally new game in the Crash Bandicoot series in over a decade. So for us at Toys for Bob, we felt that it was important to reintroduce longtime fans, as well as new players, to this amazing franchise. First, we made sure to incorporate the classic tense, precise, and perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with. And then, we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today. Let's start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started, and where we picked things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games, all while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore. Throughout Crash 4, you'll see wide-open new vistas, new character models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that also comes new additions to the platforming, like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail grind, and zipline as well. In the original trilogy, specifically Crash Warped, there were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle. That seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we have loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. These skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here. Skins are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels. Crash 4 also introduces the Quantum Masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button, Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you, or Lani Loli, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's gonna have to wait for another day. What we can tell you today, though, is that Crash isn't the only character you get to take control of during this adventure. For starters, you can play the entire game as Coco. Any level that you can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco. It was also very important for us that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo-Cortex. He's all about using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingodile. I repeat, you get to play as Dingodile in Crash 4. Now, a lot has changed in the years since we last saw Dingodile. In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension. Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table. So we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call Inverted Mode. It's our souped-up, bumpa-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspective shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well. Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experience is in store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Experience the space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was actually really awesome. I can't wait to play it. I don't know which mode you like, Hellfire, but I actually like that old-timey. It wasn't black and white, but it gave it that
cinematography. Yeah, you would like that cinematography.
Yeah, it was kind of I don't know. It had like it wasn't exactly Nintendo-ish, but it had that old retro. That retro vibe to it. Yeah.
Personally, I like the mirror dimension. I think that's going to be interesting to play as. Now, he said you change perspective. I'm kind of curious. Are the controls going to be backwards? Like if you try to go left, you got to move right. That would be really interesting to play with.
Now, see, if it doesn't, then pretty much we could. I guess we could probably manually change the controls to be that way and play it that way as a challenge or own custom.
Yeah.
Because for me, I don't know about you viewers at home, but I know me personally, I tend to make my own personal challenges. Like, most of y'all on my retro stream, y'all probably see me do, no one's ever redeemed it yet, but I have a challenge called Blind Fury where I play blindfolded. I would totally love to play like, imagine playing Crash Bandicoot blindfolded, that would be cool. The inverted, though, I don't know how many of y'all are old enough to remember the Virtual Boy from Nintendo, which is the virtual headset where you put your face into the headset and you watch this red outlined version of the video game. That's pretty much what it was reminding me of, was Virtual Boy.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I had the unfortunate, nauseous-inducing experience of experiencing the Virtual Boy. I never owned one because after I played it, it just made me so sick I never wanted to play it again. But it did remind me a lot of that in a more polished way.
Right, yeah, I mean, exactly. And I completely agree. Saving my channel points for that. So see, yeah, Tabitha is pretty much doing what you and the rest of the viewers are doing, are all saving up y'all's points to hit those super hard dares of mine. So we got guys, look, we got to talk Hellfire into putting some super outrageous channel point rewards on his stream and getting him to do some of these stupid stuff. I don't want to be the only stupid person out there, or I can't say stupid person, but the only person doing stupid stuff.
I'll tell you what, y'all come up with some good ideas that doesn't include bodily harm, and I will put them in my channel.
See, there we go. How long have we planned this out? Hellfire, how long have we planned this out?
About a month we've been talking and working towards a podcast idea, I think. It was started out as just an audio podcast, and we moved from that. We were like, well, we could do more with a video. And of course, I thought we'd do YouTube, and of course, Retro was like, well, we could do YouTube, but let's do Twitch as well. So here we are. We're doing a video show. I'm trying to think the exact wording.
A live stream talk show.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So we're doing a live stream talk show, and we're going to be ripping the audio and making the podcast for those who want it, and putting the video up on YouTube as well. So it's a combination of several ideas we had, and and that. So it's about a month of talking and coming up with ideas and figuring out exactly how we were going to do it. And here we are today, finally executing the plan.
Yeah, I mean, it. There was a lot of, like when he would come up with an idea, and I'm like, wait, we could do this instead, and then he would be like, no, how about we do this instead? So it was like it started off, like he said, it started off as the audio podcast, and then from the audio podcast, he was talking about YouTube, and I was like, that's cool because then we could have the audio and the video, and then it just came out that we started thinking, I was like, wait a minute, if we did live Twitch, people would get to watch us live, be in this. And then we can export the VOD to both YouTube and to audio podcast and cover all three. We'd have live, recorded, and audio all in one at one whack. So cover the bases, bring more to the people, and we've got a lot of interesting stories to give you guys. As you saw, we're going to be giving you a lot of game news. We actually contact a lot of game makers and tech people, and we're going to be doing interviews with people coming up. So there's a lot of things planned. Basically every episode for the until we get affiliate, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be streaming twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then from there, we're going to go into doing the once a week thing every Thursday. But until we make affiliate, we're going to be doing it Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then after affiliate, it'll be Thursdays only. Tabitha said, "Don't get mad if I activate it at the worst time possible." She's talking about my reward points. Don't worry. Between Kraken, Tyr Mjolnir, and Hellfire, that's their favorite thing to do, is to do it at the worst possible times. They hunt for that right specific moment that they blast me with those points right in the middle. Like, especially Hellfire likes to drop stuff in the middle when I'm in the middle of a game and can't stop, and I have to figure out a way to wait till the next thing and then do it, or I'll be in a game that I can't do it in, and I got to figure out a way to make it happen. So,
well, I'll do it this way. I don't know if I know Scythe said he had to get back to work, but I got Scythe on his stream. He has a channel reward point where you can ban anything in the game. And of course, he was flying his bird in Ark, and I banned flying. So he had to yeet himself off the bird in the middle of the game and kill his character because I banned flying.
So yeah, hey, Tabitha, feel free to do it because I know Fluff does the same thing. Fluff has a channel point rewards on her stream, the Fluffy Life. Everybody, make sure you look for the Fluffy Life. But she has one in her stream where she can't vape. Okay, she keeps forgetting to take it off, and every single time she forgets to take it off, it's that next stream that she does, somebody drops that channel point where she can't vape, and right while it's in her mouth and she's vaping, somebody drops that vape, and she's like, "Fluff me," and she goes, she's all upset that she can't do her vaping. So that's the whole point of the channel rewards: make it interesting, make it fun, hit me when I least expect it. Definitely do that. Sir Dunksy redeemed Hydrate. So of course we don't have that channel point in there right now, Dunksy, and we're not gonna fall for it. Though I am a little thirsty, so I'm gonna hydrate with some zero Coca-Cola. So,
and you're gonna have to excuse the fact I didn't bring a cup. I mean, I got this giant 2-liter, but it is what it is.
Hey, so it's whatever. You're hydrating. So yep. Anyway, I mean, we're stream demons, not stream angels. Exactly. Stream demons, everybody. For those who don't know, you got it this way or this way. And for anyone who does the stream demons horns this way is always a good thing, because we're a loving, positive, happy community. And this is I love you in sign language. So if you want to do the I love you and throw your horns up at the same time, feel free to do that, because we all love everybody. So anyway,
except cheaters. Nobody loves cheaters.
Nobody loves cheaters. That's right. So yeah. But yeah, as far as the newsroom look, what you're seeing right now is kind of the rough setup. Very soon, once we're in the studio and we're together, you will see us in the background back here. you're going to see us standing on that floor right there, ladies and gentlemen. You will see us on that floor. So that's the cool thing. It is coming. We got, like I said, it's going to be a lot of great things. We got a lot of great sets coming to you, but you will see us standing eventually on those floors, able to walk to that screen up there and put our hands on that screen. So that's in the future once we can get rid of this whole COVID social distancing thing and actually be in the same room at the same time. So it's one of the future things coming.
Yep.
So I guess with the next news, let me go ahead and pull up my notes, ladies and gentlemen. I think you're going to need to pull up your notes because we know what game is next. Closing out Crash Bandicoot real quick, and we're going to bring up the next one, the one that begins with a V.
This is the one I am most excited about.
Oh, so am I. So am I. I'm trying to get to the screen thing right now. So ladies and gentlemen, I guess I'll start it off, and then you can or actually, if you want to read the notes up to the second paragraph.
Well, you go ahead and read the notes. I got plenty to say without reading the notes.
Okay, then that'll work for me. So basically, pretty much following the RPG footsteps of Odyssey, Valhalla, ladies and gentlemen, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature a branching dialogue system, a branching dialogue system, and player choices that will pretty much impact the course of the story. Furthermore, according to Eurogamer, it'll have a romance option, kind of like in Dragon's Age Inquisition or any of the Dragon's Age games actually, and the third, fourth, which was Mass Effect Andromeda. Fourth, I think it was.
That was fourth, yeah.
Yeah. So the Mass Effect Andromeda and all the Dragon's Age games had so stoked for the new Assassin's Creed. So am I. So is Hellfire. But that's what I love about it. This is actually for the first time ever in an Assassin's Creed game, everybody. It will have a romance option that takes place in the Viking settlement. So you'll be able to romance, one character will be able to romance another character. So that is going to be a first for Assassin's Creed to take it to a whole nother level, okay? And for anybody living under a rock, Ubisoft pretty much lists Assassin's Creed Valhalla as a single-player game that includes feature-rich such features as the raids, the settlement growing, power and influence. So yeah, you'll actually be able to raid other settlements in this game. Players will pretty much get to pillage enemy fortresses. You'll get to go across England and obtain valuable resources for your settlements. You're going to get to also gradually build up tattoo parlors and barracks and blacksmith and more. So there's a lot of environment increasing growth in the area with things as well.
I'm going to say this. They did. I don't know. You played. What was the last one? It wasn't Origins. It was.
That was Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
So Odyssey, they had kind of that romance option, but it was built more like a one-night stand system.
Yeah, kind of like on God of War.
Where you could hook up with random people, and it's like, well, what the hell, kind of thing. So I like that they're expanding on that, and there's actually a relationship building in it. The other thing I noticed with the building up your settlements and the tattoo parlors and your blacksmith, your bear, all that stuff. I like that they're including that because they haven't done anything like that since the Ezio trilogy. The Ezio trilogy was the last time you actually had a settlement that you could bring your resources back and build up, and I loved that about the Ezio trilogy.
See, I completely agree. So pretty much in Odyssey, you had your one night stands with certain characters, and then there's this one female that was the character's childhood friend, and they ended up having a relationship, but she was married, this, that, and the other. So you'll never get with her, but you'll get to have a pseudo relationship with her. But Odyssey had more of a God of War one night stand type thing to it, where, like you said, they're expanding on it and giving you a chance to actually have a full relationship and actually romance and seduce other characters, you know, well, in a Viking way, at least in a Viking way. I don't know how that's going to be. That's going to be kind of interesting, you know. But that's cool. And then the building up the community, yeah, it was Ezio's game where they did that, and that in itself was a huge thing to me, and like you said, they're bringing it back, so it's almost like they're taking all the cool things of the new games, because I think it was wasn't it Origins that they started the RPG footsteps thing, making it more RPG than the other ones
Yeah,
were.
Origin started the RPG thing. I think we used to have this discussion in the past. Um, Before Origins, it was almost like a linear gameplay, linear story with an open world. Like you had to go in the open world to start the mission, but you had to play this mission before you could advance. So it was a very linear storytelling in an open world. Origin started the whole RPG. You can do this side quest and you can build this up and all the leveling up and it comes with an RPG. So that I'm excited about that and them expanding and growing that.
And see, and that's the thing. So with knowing about the Ezio stuff and the RPGs of Origins, and the way, and with a few things of Odyssey, as far as the one night stands, it's almost like they're taking all the Assassin's Creed games and just smushing them together, and it's literally like unifying all the aspects of every Assassin's Creed game that there is, making it one awesome game, one awesome Assassin's Creed adventure.
Yep.
So
taking all the good parts and throwing them together and stitching them back together into this amazing version of Frankenstein. Sir Dunksy, I agree. I definitely hope there is less microtransactions. I hope they do away with microtransactions altogether. I don't see it happening.
Well, so
I mean, I'm a realist, but
here's what I'm hoping, because I've noticed in Odyssey, ladies and gentlemen, there's less that you have to actually buy for. You can still buy like normal, but a lot of the stuff you can actually earn Ubisoft points, and you can actually get the digital currency that they have through the Ubisoft points. So I'm hoping they put more to that and giving you more things that you can do in Ubisoft points to earn points to buy more of the money to buy the microtransactions. Because I would like them to keep the cosmetic microtransactions and do away with the weapon transaction, because it's not a multiplayer thing, so it's not too much of an issue for this. If it was a multiplayer game, I could see the microtransactions being an issue, but where it's a thing, there's certain things that, like certain skins that I may not want to get, but there's other skins that I may want to get, and if where they had in Odyssey, where you can earn the Ubisoft points, it gave you that chance to buy it with those Ubisoft points and get other free stuff from the Ubisoft points. So I hope they keep that, the microtransactions, as a cosmetic portion of it, and not so much as the weapon advancement portion. So I don't know. It's a 50-50 thing, but as long as they make
I
it
hope
to
that they do away with providing resources for money, because there was points of both Origins and Odyssey where it felt like it was a 3 to 4 day grind to gather resources to move the story forward. But the option was there. You could pay money and you could buy the resources, and I hated that was included, because it felt like they were encouraging you to go buy making the game extra hard. Make the game how it's supposed to be, and don't try to punish people for not paying you for resources.
Right. So basically, like I said, pretty much you can have it to where you can buy the digital currency that you buy those. But they should give us, like in Fallout 76, how you do the different challenges and you get the certain atom points to use those atom points and buy stuff off the atom store, and that way you don't have to spend actual money. Give us certain challenges that give us these certain points, both in Ubisoft and in the game, that give us this digital currency that we can then buy earn the points to buy the stuff with.
Yep. The other good thing, I don't know, any PC players would know this, but your Ubisoft points can be redeemed online on the website for gift cards.
Yeah.
So not only can you purchase cosmetics in the game with your points, but you'd also be able to get discounts on future games points as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much, for those who don't know, I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I had the full game with, the gold collectors or whatever edition that has all the seasons pass and whatever. Exactly how how Hellfire said it, I was able to use my points because I had a crap ton of points, ladies and gentlemen, that I was able to buy the main game, and you can get it to be a believe it or not, and not just a PC version of the game, but you can actually get the console versions of it with the points. But you have to make sure you have the Ubisoft digital gift card in your system, and then you would go into the Ubisoft app for the individual game, be it PlayStation or Xbox, and then purchase it with the Ubisoft app, and then unlocks it in the game for you that way. So it's a little bit of a longer process to do, but yeah, you totally get to get you could save up those points to get a free game. You know, and that's one of the things I love about EA is the same way, or not EA, but Origins/EA. Origins and Ubisoft they're really good on giving you options of getting free games. A lot of times they have sales that, like, I was able to get Dragon Age 2 for free on PC, even though I had it on consoles, but they had a deal going where they were offering it for free for a limited time. You know, and Origin does that. They give a limited time to have one of their paid games for free. You have to catch it. But yeah, that's one of the reasons what we're doing. Holy crap, I love Dragon Age. Inefficient, I am a huge Dragon Age fan. I've got all three of the console games and on PC as well. I've got the tabletop RPG game, okay, the D20 game, that on my other stream, when I do my tabletop RPG streams, I'll be doing Dungeons and Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade, Cyberpunk. I'll be doing Dragon Age, The Witcher, all D20s, including a Fallout D20 as well. So definitely hit me up on that. But yeah, so one of the things we're going to do on this stream is we're going to let you guys know what deals are coming, and if there's any free games out there, don't be surprised if hey, look, Ubisoft has this game for free. Go get your ass in there and get it real quick, you know?
Yep.
So we're going to be giving you that. Getting back to Assassin's Creed, pretty much judging from the murderous carnage that's going on in the game from the trailer that we're actually about to show you guys, Valhalla is going to be the most brutal and violent Assassin's Creed yet to date. It's also going to be it's going to pretty much seem like stealth is no longer a thing. Like in the past games, stealth is the priority of an assassin. For once in an Assassin's Creed game, stealth is no longer a priority, and it'll be replaced with raiding and destruction, pillage and plunder, ladies and gentlemen. You'll get to go in as a true Viking onslaught, you know? So I'm actually excited for that. Now we're going to watch the video real quick, and then when we come back, I got a little bit more to play for you. But actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell them about the Q&A that I had, and then we'll get to the video.
Okay.
But pretty much in a small Q&A that I had with the lead producer, his name is Julian Lafayette. I actually said the name. I said the name right for the first time. I was trying to tell Hellfire the name and I couldn't get it right.
Congratulations.
I was stumbling over his last name, guys. I swear to God, I could not say his last name to save my life. Hellfire is laughing at me every time I tried to stumble over his last name, but I said it right that time. It's in the VOD. But anyway, from with the question and answer that I had with him in the interview, we're still going to get the playable present day, like we had before, where it cuts from the animus to the future day, the present day. But that present day portion, again, for the third time, will feature Layla Hassan, is that female that took over from Desmond in the original games, which I would love for them to somehow, I don't know if you'll agree with me, have some kind of Desmond flashback and give us a brief moment of Desmond in some kind of history or something. I would love to be able to have Desmond in here again.
I would like, and here's the thing, I could go on a full 3-hour rant about Desmond and how they could bring him back and why they should bring him back, but I don't think we have time for a 3-hour rant on Desmond. So we'll go on a 3-hour rant about Desmond.
What we could do is we'll have a whole critical hit about Assassin's Creed from the very first game to the current game to the game that's coming out, unless of course Valhalla's already out. But we'll do a whole Assassin's Creed critical hit. What do you think about that?
I mean, you know the level you are with Dragon Age.
That's how you are
That
with
is
Assassin's
that
Creed.
is my obsession with Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I'm right there with you. For those who don't know, I've got them stored away in a box right now. I was tempted to bring them out for this, but I will have them out for my for when I get the game and play it. But I have every wearable Assassin's Creed blade that Dave made. Okay, and just so you know, I'm not a fan of the movie. The movie does not exist for me. So anyone who is a fan of that movie, it doesn't exist in this stream. But other than that, I don't know how you feel about the movie, but that again will probably be
It
something.
was not canon. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, it was an interesting adaptation, but it was not canon. That's my view on it.
It was definitely not. It was definitely not canon, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. Michael Fassbender did a damn good job as his character. I'll
Yes.
give him that. It was a good movie, guys. It just wasn't Assassin's Creed for me.
Exactly. That's how I feel. It wasn't a bad movie, and if they hadn't have changed the animus so dramatically, it would have been perfect. That was my biggest complaint with it.
Well, see, that pissed me off. You're supposed to lay flat in the Animus, and they got you hooked up to this thing in the back, kind of like you're plugged into the
Yeah,
Matrix.
It's so fucking weird. Like, I don't even know what it was. It
So,
was weird.
So anyway, can you continue on the question and answers? I had questions about the birds in Origins and Odyssey. For those who don't know, usually when you in the very first few Assassin's Creed up to Origins, you had the only time you saw an eagle or have anything to do with an eagle or a bird was the eagle eye vision. And when you synchronized your areas, you had that bird fly around, but that was the only time that you saw the bird was when you were synchronizing.
Yep.
It was an Origin that they brought. I think it was a hawk. No, it was an eagle, and then in Odyssey it was a hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and I had mixed feelings about that. I really did, because here's the thing: the eagle came after what was the other? Was it Counter-Strike, or what was the Tom Clancy? It was the Division. It came after the Division introduced that drone, and to me, it felt like a reskinned drone thrown into an Assassin's Creed game, and I had mixed feelings about it when it came out.
And see, and I get that, but I don't know. Just with the abilities that you could do with the drone.
Oh yeah,
and the abilities that you could do with the
I definitely adapted, and I enjoy using the bird. Don't
Right.
get me wrong, I do enjoy using
So-
the bird. It just feels weird.
Right, but see, for me, like, it didn't feel rehashed to me. I get where you're coming from, and I see it. It just didn't feel that way to me.
Yeah,
But
I get that.
difference of opinion, different people, different views. So I get it. However, this time where it was an eagle and then a hawk. It's a different bird each time. So anyway, Julian, when I asked him the question, Julian said that the main character will have a bird in Valhalla, but it won't be an eagle. It won't be a eagle, or it won't be an eagle. It won't be a hawk. It won't be an eagle. Won't be an eagle. But this time he's going to have a raven, ladies and gentlemen. He will be followed by a raven. It'll be a black raven, which I know if Tyrmionir was here, he would love love that fact as well, because he's all about his.
I mean, I love that fact, because I remember seeing. Okay, so I really go ahead and play the trailer, because I want to the trailer. Oh my God, there was so much in it.
Hang on, I'll get to that.
Being somebody that is and I ain't going into details on that, but I enjoy that part of history so much, and I know everything there is to know about the Viking religion and the Viking way
Lore.
of life. So I am so hyped about this game.
Same here.
And seeing what I saw in this trailer. Oh my God, I'm that much more in love with the game.
Well, see, but real quick, with the bird, pretty much not only will we be watching him from the skies, but they're actually going to add in some new abilities to the bird and your character that have not been seen in Assassin's Creed. You're going to get the standard one, like, where the bird can pause and view the area and scan the bad guys and harass the person. But supposedly the bird itself, in association with the assassin, is going to have some new some new abilities. So I'm really interested to find out what those abilities are. And the trailer don't even give us that at all. So
Not at all, no.
that said, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the video real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the video. Here it goes.
They are heartless. Godless barbarians. They murder and kill blindly. They scar the lands of England. Lands they will never defend, never love. The time has come to speak to them in a language they will understand.
Oh, somebody tell me. Answer if you can. Oh, somebody tell me. Shield! What is the soul of you?
Odin is with us!
What is the soul of man?
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, it's so freaking nice. That is so freaking nice.
It is amazing. The first time I watched it, I was like in the countdown on YouTube. When they announced it, and they were like, they had the like 3 hour long countdown. I came in within like an hour and a half, and I sat there for an hour and a half waiting for it to drop. And then it finally dropped, and I remember I saw the old guy sitting by the tree towards the end, and I was like, is that who I think it is? Is that who it is? And then it fades, and that raven's flying. I was like, oh my god, it's Odin. And as I'm saying it's Odin, he's like, Odin is with us. Like, oh my god, I'm in love with this game already. It was so amazing. I'm so hyped for this.
And
game.
yes, Duxie, November is the release date for it. I do have it pre-ordered. I can't wait to get it. So myself and Hellfire will have it. Have you pre-ordered it yet, Hellfire?
I have not pre-ordered it, but it is definitely on the top of my list of things to pick up. I'm waiting to get the money for the collectibles edition because I want the collectibles edition.
And that's fine. If you haven't gotten it, of course, you know that since we're doing the game sharing, you'll be able to play it off of me. But yeah. So yeah, I'm fully ecstatic for it. When I was watching that trailer, when he was battling the brute knight, you know, and you thought that he was about to die, and then all of a sudden you see the action stop, and it goes back to that king or the bishop or whatever the guy was that was under the king.
He was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
fucked up.
It wasn't even that. It wasn't until he dropped. The knight dropped, and you see him pull that Assassin's Creed blade out the guy's throat. I was like, yes, it's the blade. The blade is in it. And oh my god, for Assassin's Creed blade, guys, usually the blade is down at the bottom for stealth. This time it's on the top, and it's just, you know, right there in your face with a knife. You can punch, blade, pull back. So instead of being you know, bend your wrist back and shove, now you can literally punch in and use that blade. So if they make a wearable blade for this dude, I have to have that wearable blade.
I'm hoping they make a wearable blade because I've been wanting. I've got the schematics to make one, like a real blade, and I've been holding off. But if they make a game version, like a toy version of this, I'm going to pick it apart. And I'm going to figure out exactly how to build one so I have an actual blade. And I am going to have this blade because this is
well, I have, dude, the 3D print schematics. I can actually 3D print all the parts to make your own blade.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a metal one. Like
right. If I get that new 3D printer that I want that prints metal. Hello.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So we will mod this one. We'll get everything we can. We'll mod this one to have a metal blade, and we can buy. I'm gonna buy one to keep and hold up for an actual true to the game one, and then I'll buy a second one that we can take apart, take the blade out, modify it, scan it, print it, and then put it back in and have a working metal blade in the Viking one. That would be beast. That way you can actually wear it on set when you do your stream and have this whole Viking bracer on, you know, the Van brace, and the next thing you know, it's like, shing. It's like, yeah, let's get to business, baby. So anyway, with that said, that's pretty much all the game news that we have for you today. We're not done. The show is still here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not done. That's just for game news. Now, as always, we're going to be bringing you game news as well as tech news. We do have some tech news for you guys, not a bit of stuff, but before we get to that, before we totally end game news, Hellfire has a little bit of information as to the Mafia game for you guys.
Well, we never got the thing, so yeah, I didn't have a whole lot for that because we didn't have the video.
Okay, so then we'll do that.
We'll do that next week
with the other one as well. Do both of those at the same time. Okay,
Yep.
So we got some great news for you next episode, Tuesday, coming up. So donuts are available from Dunksies around November 18th. Got you. So anyway, with that said, the last bit of news, ladies and gentlemen, is tech news. Until we get sound effects in there, because we do have some sound effects. I just got to lay them in. They're coming. Again, this is a rough first stream, everybody. But with tech stream, I already got it pulled up. Let me pull the notes up if you want to go ahead and talk about it while I pull everything up.
Okay, so we are going to be talking about the Lenovo Legion 5. The Legion 5 is the newest gaming laptop from Lenovo. I'm looking at the notes. I didn't see. Let's see, I think I pulled something up.
Well, no, it's no longer. That's my bust. It's not the Lenovo Series 5. It's the 7 series now.
Oh, the 7. That's right.
Yeah.
But if you got the notes, go ahead.
Yeah.
With it.
So with the Lenovo Legion 7 series, guys, pretty much you're going to be able to pwn your opponents with raw power, guys. literally. It's designed with loads of high performance options from with pretty much a minimalist, clean, low profile. It is literally the perfect complement to anybody's gaming lifestyles, or even if you're doing business on it, it's perfect for either lifestyle, gaming or business. It is so far out of all the gaming laptops I've seen anywhere, and there's some beast gaming laptops. Even Razer has a gaming laptop, but no offense to any of the gaming laptops out there, the Lenovo Legion 7 series laptop right now at this moment is the best gaming laptop out there right now. It is pretty much able to push high frame rates to its display. It has an FHD display, which you can get a 240 hertz display out of with 100% true super RGB color profile. It's going to feature speakers. Now get this, guys. Speakers from Harman Kardon. For those who don't know, I'll go ahead and show you real quick. Harman Kardon. These people right there, ladies and gentlemen, produce the best speakers anywhere that I have seen. And as you see, I have a $400 Harman Kardon speaker. Yes, that speaker you just saw was $400. So imagine the sound quality in these laptops. But it's also going to feature Dolby Atmos headphone support. So you're going to get a wide, awesome 3D surround support system in there. Now, another key feature of it is that it's going to feature the True Strike keyboard, which is for basically if you're a heavy keyboard pounder, there's people who want to super prep bam 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 on your keyboard. It is designed for you guys. It's designed for keyboard pounders. Everybody, it's called the True Strike technology. It's added with backlighting technology as well, so the keys glow from behind. And yes, you'll be able to actually, with certain software, customize the colors to whatever you want them to be, ladies and gentlemen. But something else that it's going to have, and we're going to show you a video on this so you can just see the awesomeness of it. This is just paraphrasing a little bit of stuff. It features something that myself and Hellfire were looking into, and at first he thought it was liquid cooling technology, but it's not liquid cooled technology. It's called Cold Front 2.0. And it basically will it cools your CPU and the GPU and regulates the optimal temperature no matter how hard you game. So you're guaranteed that if you're a super gamer and usually things overheat on you, this laptop will not overheat no matter how hard you use it. That's cool. Cold Front 2.0. Now, pretty much, if you think that's impressive, wait till you see the video. You want to say anything before we switch over?
I would like to say something about the Cold Front 2.0.
Got you. Okay.
I looked into it a little bit. It's really, really interesting. I haven't seen the video, so I don't know exactly how in detail they go. And I am having a hard time describing it because it is a somewhat new technology, from what I'm understanding. It is very, very impressive. What it is capable of as far as cooling and keeping up with the intense gaming that this laptop will allow you to do. Because this laptop, with the display and with everything it's capable of, will very, very easily play the newest games in 4K and 60 plus frames per second without even busting a sweat.
And the 240 hertz too.
And the 240 hertz refresh rate, exactly. Like this laptop will put my rig to shame, and that's hard to do.
Like I said, with a lot of gaming laptops, like Razer, Alienware, a lot of them have beast laptops, dude. But looking into this Lenovo, the Lenovo, as thin as it is too, is like to be that much of a powerhouse, and seeing how thick the other ones are, it just blows my mind. And you guys are going to get to see this in just a moment here. I'm going to play the video for you. You get to see, because like it's one of the first laptops that actually go completely flat when it's open, from when it opens up. Well, when it opens up, I can't even do it now, but when it opens up, it goes completely flat. Okay. I've never seen a laptop do what this thing can do, and it is a powerhouse. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to the video and let you guys see that real quick. But here we go. So there we go. Now, Hellfire, if you want to go ahead and talk about the cold front now that you've seen it.
The video didn't give me any information that I already had on it, so it's very advanced technology that I am excited to learn more about. I don't have a whole lot of details. I couldn't find a whole lot of details on exactly what it is. The way I understand it, it is something Lenovo has created themselves. So they're not releasing a ton of information about it. So until somebody picks the thing apart and figures it out, there's not a ton of information out there about it. But it is, from what I know about it, it is very impressive. And this whole laptop overheating issue that I've had with every single gaming laptop I've owned will be non-existent.
See, for me, I saw the two double fans, the one for the GPU and the one for the CPU. So it looks like a really hot, like it's like instead of having just a few little blades, it's like it has like a lot of thin blades in there. Yes. So it like it's pushing even more air in. So I think that's one of the technologies, the fact that it has so many blades, it's able to super cool it with push a lot more air through. Now,
and the fact that they are able to fit all of this in to a body that is as thin as it is,
I know,
it's impressive. Honestly, I have not been this impressed with a gaming rig from a company since Acer came out with the Thronus. Honestly, I have not been this impressed since the Thronus launch.
Yeah. And did you see that it has the i9 processor in there with 32 gigs of DDR4 SODIMM RAM, bro?
Yes,
wow.
I saw that.
That for like a lot of laptops don't have that much right out the gate. Okay, sometimes it usually has like 8 to 16, but this one's rocking 32 gigs of DDR4. That and an i9, any estimated price? Yeah, believe it or not, they got two versions. They got two or three versions. They got an AMD version that runs $899. They've got one version of the i9 processor that is $1,900, and then they have one that's like $1,200, $1,300. Okay, and the two $1,000 ones have the 32 gig RAMs. The AMD processor has 8 gigs. If you want to get the 32 gigs, you have to rock the Intel i9 processor, and I don't think anybody's going to have a complaint about that whatsoever. And they made it
with an i9. It's rocking a what, 3080? Is that what it's rocking, or a 2080?
Say it, yeah.
It's 2080.
The newest one.
So it's rocking the 2080, right?
No. The i5s are rocking the 2080s. The i7s are going to be rocking the 30s.
Okay, that's even better. So with the 3080, an i9 10th generation i9.
Yeah, 10th generation.
And 32 gigs of RAM, you're not going to find anything else on the market for less than the $1,300 that you're going to spend for this.
Right. So yeah, put it this way: if you want to be a beast gamer, okay, and like I said, if you want to pwn the opponents, if you want to pwn your competition in PC gaming, guys, or if you just want to have a beast computer for streaming, okay, this computer right here, the $1,000 for the two Intels that you're paying, the $1,200, $300 to the $1,900, the price on that, in my opinion, is actually cheap for what you're paying for it.
Yeah, very, very cheap.
Because
I'm picturing this laptop. It may need a USB because there's not a whole lot of USB ports. But even still, USB hubs are cheap in comparison to other things in the market that you're going to need for streaming. But this laptop, 2 extra monitors, maybe another keyboard, because as nice as laptop keyboards have gotten, you're not comparing a gaming. You're not going to game on a laptop. It's not the preferred method of gaming. So a keyboard, a mouse, this laptop, 1 or 2 other monitors, depending on whether you want 3 or 2 monitors, and and it probably has a nice webcam. As high grade as this laptop is, it probably has a very good
Well, see,
webcam
with the
built in.
with the setup that it is, pretty much like looking at it, the for the gamer on the go, you know, like the having the multiple monitors and the keyboards are good and great, but for the gamer on the go, if you're off somewhere you don't have that setup, you know, that keyboard is beast, you know.
Oh yeah.
So you know, on its own, the gamer on the go is going to be really good.
If your main thing is gaming and you're always on the go, then this laptop is perfect. What I'm talking about is, because this laptop will work amazing as a single PC streamer. This
Right.
laptop has the power to be a single PC stream laptop.
Well, see,
And for that, you're gonna want some more peripherals.
you can pretty much magnify that as well with the Blackmagic Thunderbolt, because they have it for USB, and they have it for Mac as well. That gives you it's pretty much giving you extra video inputs, extra Ethernet inputs. It's giving you extra USB 3.0 inputs in there added to the USB 3. You got to take up one of your USB 3s to power it and run it. But with the Thunderbolt or a powered USB 3.0 hub, either way that you go, I would use the Thunderbolt because it would give you the extra monitor from a USB to HDMI output right there. So that's an extra monitor just from that, and it has an HDMI output built on it. So you have this regular display, the HDMI display on it, and if you get the Thunderbolt, it'll give you a third monitor right there, plus three extra USB 3.0 super solid state ports right there, making 4 usable ports that you can have right there. So, you know, if you want to do the proper investment in streaming or gaming, you know, the Thunderbolt, the keyboard, the gaming mouse, and 3 monitors, boom, you got yourself a beast of a rig ran by just that one laptop right there. And still, like with a 32 gig RAM and the i9 processor, you still would be barely touching any resources in your computer, and it still zip through.
Exactly. This laptop is, without breaking open a dictionary to find a better word, is amazing. Absolutely
Without question.
amazing.
Without question.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna, even, believe it or not, guys, I'm gonna be talking to especially if we can get critical hits numbers up, ladies and gentlemen, get enough subscribers, enough followers. I'm gonna be talking to Lenovo themselves to see if we can get, if anything, at least temporarily, our hands on one of the Lenovo i7s so that we can test it out and show you guys and actually stream from it, hopefully, and use it on stream and advertise them. Hopefully we'll be able to get our hands on one and show you guys just the sheer awesomeness of this computer, in depth of it, because I know myself and Hellfire, with our training in computers and IT, we be able to benchmark this thing to the smallest micro detail on it for you guys, and we're going to do it live on stream. So that's one of the things that we got planned for you. We've got a lot of additions as far as a buyer's guide coming up, where we're going to walk through different components for streaming, different tech components, all kinds of stuff for buyer's guide of tech and gaming. So that's some of the stuff to come, because we're almost nearing the end of our show right now. We're going to cut it a little bit short, but I think we got a little bit of something important to switch to right now that we want to talk about. Let me go ahead and switch gears real quick.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start, because I know what we're switching to. In light of the current state of the world with coronavirus and everything that's going on, suicide rates have spiked, and we hate to bring a downer to what has been an amazing stream.
Yeah.
But we do want to bring light to a situation that is becoming a pandemic all in and of itself. Suicide rates have spiked since March, and since coronavirus and since lockdown. And so if you are feeling alone or down, first of all, I'd like to say feel free to reach out to myself. I think I speak for Retro when I say he would be more than willing to speak to you.
Yeah.
If you wanted to speak. So feel free to reach out to either one of us if at any time you feel down. Also, there is right on the screen there the 1-800-273-TALK. That is the suicide prevention hotline. If at any time you need someone to talk to, please reach out and get the help that you need.
Yeah, pretty much. The help is available for anybody. I know probably a lot of you out there. I can't speak for you guys. I don't know what y'all are thinking or what y'all are feeling. But if y'all feel like this, or if you know somebody who feels like this, the hotline isn't just giving you a person to talk to. Exactly. They give you resources. The help is available. It's resources. It's somebody to talk to. It's even if you yourself are not suicidal, but you know someone who is, they will help you be the person to talk to someone else. You know what it comes down to is the key thing is caring. As long as you let that person know someone cares and someone's there. The suicide prevention hotline, guys, will give you the resources you need to be able to talk to somebody that you may know and may not want to or feel right talking to somebody else. So they'll find ways to get you something affordable to help. Exactly. They're going to find some way to help you. If you don't have access to a cell phone or whatever, go to the suicide, it's suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Okay, suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Eventually, we're going to have our little pop-ups that I'll pop it up, and you can see it at the bottom of the screen, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to make it one of our, once I get the mod going, the mod will have a timer in there and constantly show it with the timer with links and phone number as well. But they're available 24 hours. The website is there 24 hours. It's always there for yourself to help other people or help yourself. Like An Efficient Skill says, she's saying that they'll find ways to get you something affordable to help. When you call, if you're a vet, they'll transfer you to a military help. Exactly. They have the resources, they have the knowledge, they have the people. Utilize it either for yourself or for someone else. Get the knowledge. Suicide to me is a more damning pandemic, as Hellfire has said, than to me COVID right now. Okay, because COVID is causing, with the social distancing and stuff, causing a lot of people to have emotional issues. And this is across the board, no matter what your political affiliation is. You know, no matter what your sexual preference is, no matter what your race is, across the board, you know, people care. People love you. Yep. You know, and people are experiencing this problems with all the problems that 2020 has created, ladies and gentlemen. It has culminated from like 4 to 6 years ago, slowly building up like a time bomb, and it's about to explode. And like people are dropping off left and right from suicide. We need to defuse this bomb one way or another. Yep, exactly. So definitely.
As somebody who, and I'm going to get a little bit personal, as somebody who is a multiple suicide attempt survivor, there is always a brighter day around the corner. You just need to hold on. I know it in the darkest moment, it doesn't seem like it's going to get better, but it will. It will always get better. There is ups and there is downs in life, and you will find a brighter day and a better day for you.
No, I totally agree. Just to give you guys a little bit of background, I myself am I guess as Hellfire said, a suicide survivor in some ways. I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of my backstory. When I was 12 years old, my father was, before I was 12 years old, when I was about 8, my father got very, very sick with a lung and kidney infection. He was on dialysis. He got put on home hemodialysis. So I ended up having, because he couldn't go out like most fathers and play sports and do a lot of things that a lot of fathers did, we had a close relationship from actually communicating. He was not only my father, but one of my best friends. And when I was 12 years old, it was his birthday. He was born May 1st. And on his birthday, he got really sick and went to the hospital. I'm glad you guys are bringing this up. It's really spreading like wildfire. It is. When my father had his birthday, they wanted to have a birthday party for him, and I wanted to hang out with my friends, because being 12 years old, hanging out with your friends is an important thing, and I told him that I wished he was dead, you know, because they made me stay home. And I was like, they're like, no, you're not going out. You're staying here. You're going to be at your father's birthday party. And I stormed up to my bedroom telling my father that I wished he was dead. That night, he ended up going to the hospital, and 9 days later, hold on, let me switch back to the wide shot so people can't see me crying. Uh, 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 9 days later, he ended up passing away. 9 days after his birthday, and for the longest time, I felt that it was my fault. Because here I am, 12 years old, telling my father that I wished he was dead, and then that night he goes to the hospital, and 9 days later dies. So it weighs heavy on a 9-year old on a 12-year-old's head, especially when you're about to reach teenager status, and so it was about a week later. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Fluff comes back when I'm crying. Uh, so anyway, long story short, I felt it was all my fault, and I had always been told that to kill yourself, you had to slit your wrists, and I didn't know no better. So I slit my wrists the wrong way. I've got the scars to prove it. I slit myself on the top of my wrist, guys, and ended up. I was bleeding. Didn't cut no arteries, just cut some regular vessels. But I laid there in pain, bleeding, trying to commit suicide. And once they realized what happened, I was put in a group at school that they no longer do this program, and I wish they did. It's called Coping with Grief Group, and I met a lot of great friends there that they themselves have been through either suicide attempts or lost loved ones, and it helped me better to see that there's better things in life. You just sometimes may not be able to see it because your hindsight is closed off to you, and in doing so, I'm glad you didn't succeed. I'm glad I didn't succeed either. I love life because of this. I learned that the greatest video game in life, the greatest game, the greatest challenge, the greatest achievement in life is living. And but like I said, I realized just how important it was and how stupid it was. And a lot of people don't have that. They don't have a chance to have that support group to let them see past the clouds that are closing off their vision, past the thoughts of suicide. So if you yourself are thinking it, or someone who is, call that hotline. Go to their website, suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Go there, talk to them, get the resources, find out. I'm here. Hellfire's here. I know Fluffy Life. She maybe not suicide, but she's gone through some issues that has her some trainings that respect life and love life, and she's there to talk to. Stream Demons, everybody, throw your horns up. It's happy, no drama. It's all about friendship. It's about being things better and positive. If you or anybody out there, if you know someone who's suicidal, bring them to Stream Demons and we'll talk to them. I have no problems running my mouth, as you're seeing right now.
Yep. And I wasn't gonna go as in detailed, but I feel inspired by Retro to share a little bit more. Found out when I was 8 that I was given up for adoption by my biological father. Didn't find out all the details until a few years later. But at the time, at 8, it was like, okay, I didn't completely understand it. But around 10, 11, I got the rest of the details, and everything was broken down for me. And on top of the fact that I wasn't really a kid with a lot of friends as a young kid, so I always felt like the outcast. And then to find out that my biological father gave me up for adoption just so he didn't have to pay child support, I felt like I was just unwanted by everybody. And at 11 years old, I held a gun to my head, trying to gather the strength to pull the trigger. I had multiple suicide attempts. I took pills trying to OD, didn't OD, gave up on suicide in high school and just started partying. I partied from around 16, getting any drugs I could get my hands on, I'd take. I did coke, I did meth, I did just about any pill that you can get your hands on, I did. And it wasn't until I was around 1920, uh, coke and marijuana and pills were my main thing. But a friend of mine was very heavy into meth and OD'd and died in my arms. And watching him die, knowing there's nothing I could do, knowing that that was where I was headed if I didn't change the path, and seeing him pass away made me realize I didn't really want to die. So it was a wake up call, and I got myself off drugs. I cleaned up my life. Um, it was definitely a turnaround, and I started to see that there was more to life than just trying to get by, and I had something to live for besides regretting the fact that my father never wanted me. So, regardless of whether you feel unwanted or you feel like, as retro situation, you felt like you were at fault for something that you did, and whatever your reason is for wanting to end your life, there is always more to you and more to your life than what you are focusing on.
Yeah. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna leave that up. I'm not even gonna take the image down. So pretty much, I don't think there's really much more to say. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here, guys. Before we leave, stay here. In my personal stream, in Hellfire's personal streams, we tend to raid people. I had it planned to do credits, so I'm gonna roll credits while we work on this. But we're gonna raid a stream demon that has pretty much one viewer right now. So we're going to go ahead and raid him, Siphon TTV. So we're going to be raiding him, but stay here, guys. Please stay here for 5 minutes in his stream. Show him some love. Show horns up, the whole 9 yards. And be here next Tuesday. We're going to have a better show for you. But remember, definitely call that number if you need it. Contact Stream Demons. We're here for you guys. Horns up, everybody. We love you. Thank you for being here. Hellfire, if you got anything you want to say.
I appreciate each and every single one of you, the love and support that you have shown both Retro and myself on our personal streams, and then being here for Critical Hit. The support that we get from all of you is absolutely amazing, and I love each and every single one of you. And we wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't be doing this show without the support that we are getting from each and every single one of you.
Amen. So we're going to go ahead and hit the credits, guys. Make sure you watch the credits. They're kind of cool, kind of basic, but that'll give us a chance to do the raid. So stay here. Okay, maybe not. Another thing that I got to work on, guys. It was supposed to roll. I know, right? It was supposed to roll and show all you guys who are here. It was supposed to show your name, but since it's not going to do that, we're going to go ahead and go into the raid. I feel like an idiot now.
Oh.
Oh, I feel so embarrassed on that one. I had it all set
One more
too.
bug we got to work out.
I know.
We'll get it by Tuesday. We got time.
Hashtag raid, hashtag critical hit, hashtag stream demons, everybody. We love you very much.
Yep.